Well, hello friends, and welcome to another WSIB Truth Matters with Joe Machado, where I separate the truth from bullshit, facts from fiction, in plain English. It's good to be back with you. It's been about 5 weeks, almost 6, since I posted my next video. And in 3 years of doing this YouTube channel, this is the longest I've gone without posting a video. And it seems like a long time, and it has been. I get a lot of requests and emails. What's going on? Why aren't you posting another video? Yes, there's been a lot going on behind the scenes, and I want to talk to you about it. But before, I want to salute my friends at the WSIB. It wouldn't be a WSIB Truth Matters video without the proper salute. Well, yes, my friends, there has been quite a bit going on behind the scenes for the past 5 weeks. We have been preparing to make the most significant and impactful move, I should say, with our channel and with WSIB settlements. And I'm going to get into all of that next week. I'm going to do a special announcement on Tuesday after the long weekend. And I'm going to talk about all of these exciting things that have been going on. But you know what? If I'm ever away from the channel or posting a video for any amount of time, believe me, I'm always working on making sure that our friends down at the WSIB know that we are closing in on all of their bullshit and their schemes and all the crap that they do to screw over injured workers. So I'm going to keep doing that in a big way, and there's a lot that is coming down the pipe over the next several months that's going to be very exciting. I'm also going to talk about some of the new proposed changes that are apparently going through legislature at the time or currently. Whether or not some of them will come to fruition remains to be seen. But I will be covering that next week, probably next Friday, because I have a big announcement coming out on the video on Tuesday. As you all know, I have been talking about this whole issue of mental health over the past 3 years. And over the past several months, I've intensified my discussions and have been bringing to light a lot of things that are taking place by chance. I believe that it is a very deliberate set of actions on the part of the WSIB to continue to screw over injured workers, particularly those who are suffering from mental issues claims. And we can't have that. And legislators aren't getting anywhere with it. They've had all of this, they've had so much time to work with this fucking bullshit. And I look at what legislators have done over the past 10, 15 years. They haven't done shit to help injured workers who are suffering from mental illness and who need support with their accepted bona fide claims. It's not as if we're talking about claims that haven't been accepted, right? So it's a critical situation, and I'm going to continue to hammer this out. But there is one part that's rarely talked about, and in over 30 years of dealing with this organization, I have never seen them come out with not one policy or one discussion or one piece of information on a broad scale, not only speaking to certain individuals, but to anyone who could be affected by this legislation. And that's the issue of antidepressants that are taken by individuals who are suffering from mental stress claims or PTSD, psychotraumatic disability, and how it impacts your health in a negative way. And so while these antidepressants are helping to provide treatment for individuals who need treatment for their mental health issues, there are other adverse effects that take place that the WSIB doesn't bother to tell anyone. And, well, should I expect anything different? Oh, fuck no, right? Because they don't give a fuck. I mean, come on. If they did, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you about this stuff. Antidepressants have a significant adverse effect on your teeth and aggressive mental decay that can take place, where there's very little, if anything, that you can do to prevent it, because it's the science, and that's just the way it is. And you're left with, do I take these antidepressants to treat my mental health issues that I need to treat? Or do I stop taking them so I can prevent these other health issues from happening, which is your teeth and your digestive system and how it impacts your whole health? It doesn't just start there. And, you know, it's sick because they don't talk to you about these things, right? And it shouldn't be that way. So today I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about how it can be considered a secondary condition. You've heard me talk about secondary conditions in videos on my channel. I'm going to talk about how, or the scientific data behind it to support it. And then I'm going to tell you or give you some ideas as to what you need to do to get these assholes to look at it and say, hey, yeah, we can see that, right? Because there's plenty of medical and scientific data out there to support it. And the tribunal has handled cases where they have allowed entitlement for these situations, right? But I'll tell you, they will let your teeth rot and go through all kinds of difficulties before they come out and say, listen, you know, we're going to help you with this, and we'll help you take care of it so that you can continue to eat a healthy diet and to try and be healthy. And we're going to give you entitlement for this because, yes, we recognize that if not for your acceptable mental health condition for which treatment should be provided and approved, if not for that, you wouldn't have all of these problems with your teeth and with your health. So it's covered. It is a secondary condition. What is a secondary condition? Well, a secondary condition, it's not something that's related, that happened at the time of your accident or injury, but it's something that develops as a result of treatment for your injury. And if not for your injury and therefore the treatment required, the secondary condition wouldn't develop, right? That's why this policy was created, for this specific purpose. You know, if you go to a physiotherapy place and you're doing physiotherapy for a shoulder problem and you happen to get worse or cause some other problem to any other part of your body as a result of that treatment, that whatever is affected by that should be covered. It's a secondary condition, right? But anyway, they write these things down. It's in the policies, it's in the act, but to try to get them to see it and actually adjudicate it and handle it properly, oh, fuck. It's exhausting. Well, so I'm going to describe some of the factors that can develop, some of the conditions that can develop as a result of taking antidepressants. And I'm going to put it up here. So, first one, severe dry mouth. It's called Xerostomia. I'm not sure if that's the proper way to pronounce it. I think it is, but anyway, it's up here. And many antidepressants, especially tricyclics, that's a very big word, and SNRIs block saliva production. And so then dental decay and periodontal disease will develop as a result of that, because saliva is required to neutralize acids and rapid tooth decay and gum disease that can occur as a result of dry mouth. The WSIB policy explicitly mentions entitlement for dental work if treatment for a work injury causes deterioration. So there is a section within the WSIB policy that covers these conditions. It also causes metabolic issues, weight gain and changes in your blood sugar leading to diabetes, and secondary psychological stress. The distress of dealing with new physical ailments can further aggravate the original depression. So you have depression, you're treated for the depression with antidepressants, and then you develop other psychological issues as a result of the treatment that you received for that depression, which results in dry mouth and tooth decay, which then causes all sorts of problems for you. Now, there's treatment. There's certain treatment that can be provided by your doctors to prevent dental decay, certain mouthwashes or certain brands for brushing your teeth, gum that you can chew with those particular ingredients. There's a lot of things, but if you don't know that you have coverage to these things, that you're never really going to talk to your dentist about it, because going to the dentist can be very expensive these days. And you want to make sure that you're covered. It's generally, when there's a tight budget for the family, dental is generally not at the very top of the list. Things like paying the bills, the mortgage, the car payment, dressing the kids, food on the table, all of these things come first, right? So by having the WSIB accept the claim and pay for the treatment, then you can have that special treatment, and then you can have implants. If your teeth have gone to the point where there is no ability to recover, then you may require implants. And those can be covered as well and paid by the WSIB because it's part of the secondary condition. And so a secondary condition, once accepted, isn't treated any differently than a primary condition in terms of the treatment that should and can be provided and that should be paid for by the WSIB. It's just the way it is. Will they tell you? Probably no. I'm sure that the thousands of you who are watching this video, you're probably going, holy shit, I've complained to my doctor about this and I've complained to my dentist, but WSIB never told me that I can, have entitlement for this, much less have them pay for it, right? So how do you address it? Well, there's two ways. So first is you provide the WSIB with confirmation that you are being prescribed an antidepressant for your depression or mental health condition. That's the first step. The next step is you get a detailed medical report from your dentist, a detailed dental report from your dentist to explain some of the issues going on with your teeth, and that you do have dry mouth syndrome or condition, and that the dry mouth has obviously caused tooth decay that normally wouldn't be seen in a person who wasn't being treated with these types of antidepressants. So then I'm going to put up here on the screen just 4 points that you can follow, right? And this just is a generalization that I'm going to put here to anyone who wants to use it, and to help facilitate that entitlement process for you. So the first one is early reporting. As soon as dry mouth or other symptoms start, tell your doctor and your case manager. Have it documented because medical evidence is always key. Number 2, document your symptoms. Keep a log of when symptoms started relative to the medication changes. So you started taking antidepressants, and then at some point you started to experience dry mouth. Write it down. Keep a dossier. right? Because all of that information is going to be helpful down the road or at that point in time if you've been taking it for quite a while and you've been experiencing these symptoms for quite some time. Number 3, submit a Form 6. So Form 6 is the worker report of injury. Submit that and provide the diagnosis from your doctor. Make sure that there's a description that there has been severe dental decay, and ask to have it added to your claim and get that uploaded through your online account with the WSIB. And number 4, very important, dental records. So ensure that your dentist explicitly notes the medication you've been taking that has had or has induced xerostomia, the dry mouth condition, and submit that to the WSIB. And now you've got these 4. Those are very important. Yeah, they're not going to explain this to you. They're not going to tell you. They couldn't care less. And they may even deny it when they receive it. But at least you've got it documented. Then you can appeal it if necessary. I can assure you that if you do appeal it, you'll probably win. We do have our preferred legal providers who are experienced in addressing these types of issues. I provide lots of information to them when we make a referral request to them. I provide a very detailed report so that they understand what I was looking at, what are the problems that I think have resulted from the particular scenario, what I asked them to look into, and then of course they're very skilled and experienced in handling these matters anyway. But we can facilitate all of that for you. If you are at a point where you require a lawyer or paralegal to handle your case, by all means, go to WSIBsettlements.com and fill in a request, and we'll make that referral for you. All right, my friends. So the long weekend is upon us. I wish all of you and your families an amazing long weekend. Hopefully it's going to be nice weather because the weather's been kind of shitty over the past little while. And you can do barbecues and, have some of your friends around and kids playing outside, which is what they should be doing rather than playing video games. And you can have some adult beverages with your friends, doing some barbecuing. I'm sure you all have lots of good plans for the weekend. But yes, so I want to wish you all a very amazing and healthy, safe, long weekend. I'm going to be back here on Tuesday with another video. That's going to be an exciting one. And if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe. Because you know what? It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us to build this channel province-wide and eventually nationwide. And since December, our subscription base has actually almost tripled. And our videos, the views are in the thousands now. So it's pretty exciting. I know the WSIB doesn't like that, and they'd love to see me 6 feet under, but that ain't gonna fucking happen. Because the guy upstairs, sorry I swore, he's got me in this position for a reason. So anyway, I'm gonna continue to be here for you as long as you tune in. All right, my friends, and please share my videos with others, because there's a lot of people that you probably don't even know are experiencing these issues, and they may be your friends, and they may be too embarrassed to talk about this. Share my videos, all right? And as I said before, have an amazing weekend, and until the next one, take care.
Struggling with a denied claim or unfair treatment at work? Navigating WSIB disability claims or human rights issues is overwhelming. At LegalPro Connect, we bridge the gap between you and the legal help that you need. We connect you with successful Ontario lawyers and paralegals who fight for your rights. Don't face it alone. Protect your future with LegalPro Connect. Visit us today because at LegalPro Connect, the truth matters.